Okay, welcome to the first ever Planet Mew podcast episode. I'm not even too sure if I'm ever going to post this. I'm sitting right now in my wardrobe, in my dress section, surrounded by the dresses so they can block some noise. I was inspired by Theo Von. Been listening to a lot of him lately. And I went back to his early ones, podcast 1, and I'm trying to figure out, take notes and see where some of these people have come from. I love it when you're a part of a podcaster's journey. For me, I've been like that with Joe Rogan. I started listening to Joe when I was 19. And I started listening to him probably around the 200s, episodes 200s, and I just cannot put into words how much I loved it. I didn't have people in real life that I could talk to about these things, and Joe just completely opened my mind, and he definitely changed the trajectory of my path forever, because he just opened my mind to ideas and things that I never thought about, and it made me feel like I had friends, because I didn't have people in my life who really cared about the same things as me. I've always kind of felt like that. And then to watch him where he is now, I don't listen as much as I used to, but fuck those years, 200, 300, Duncan Trussell. So I've always wanted to podcast, but I'm still trying to figure out what it is that I'm going to do. Do I do a bit of a Theo Von style and just record, from my wardrobe, just me talking about what's going on with me? Or do I'm definitely going to have guests, but yeah, I'm still figuring it all out. But yeah, I reckon since I was 19, I've wanted to do a podcast. So I'm 30 now, but I'm also glad I didn't rush it. I was never ready. I feel like I've taken my time through life to really have perspectives on things, and now I kind of want to share that, I guess, or talk about things or get other people's opinions and things like that. So yeah, so the thing that's been on my mind at the moment, when I'm recording this, it's mid-November, and the last month or so I've been pretty damn depressed. It's always surprising when I go back to rock bottom, not rock bottom, but when depression just fucking floors me sometimes, literally can't get off the ground, floored, just I can't talk to people, I can't feed myself, I can't get up off the floor, it's, and sometimes those periods of times are actually good. For me, it's I just need to fucking stop, reset, tell the world to fuck off, and just go inside and heal whatever the fuck I'm healing with. So yeah, that's been kind of tough. I think what happened is I took on a few too many things at once. I've had so much change happening in my life right now. I posted a blog about my past and my trauma, which I gave myself it was about a year ago that I decided I was going to post it, but I said to myself, I'm not going to post it until I'm comfortable. And I gave myself a year and I was comfortable and I posted it, and I'm glad I am. Glad that I did. But I was surprised how much of a toll that took on me. I don't know, I'd already integrated it, but I just had a lot of anxiety around it, and I think that took a lot of energy out of me for a week. And then, I had basically got played. That's a long story that I'll probably go into another time, but yeah, there was that. And then there's something else that came up. There's one other big thing that I was just all right, this is too much. Oh, that's right. I got diagnosed with autism recently. So I'm 30 years old, and it's actually really common for females to get diagnosed later in life. Because the first thing I said to my psych said, oh, have you ever been diagnosed with high functioning autism? I said, no, there's no way, my social skills are too good. And she goes, what you think autism is what it looks like in 10-year-old boys. And I was like, oh, fuck. And the first thing that I felt was relief. And the first thing that I thought was, oh, that's why nobody's liked me my whole life. It's not my fault. And I know that I have friends and people like me and shit, but it was I've always just felt like I've misrepresented myself, or that people didn't understand me, or that I was different, I was an alien. And it's now I know why. So girls are really good at masking, picking up on social cues and stuff, so it goes under the radar. But for me, my symptoms have been really chronic insomnia since I was like 16, like put on sleeping pills when I was 16, which I didn't take. Like I took them once and was like, fuck this. And then also, diagnosed with inattentive ADD. Always had a bit of a suspicion I was mildly dyslexic. Chronic fatigue was a big one. A lot of people don't know, but I was like chronically ill for like 3 years over the past like few years. So like from 2021, 22. Diagnosed with chronic fatigue. Doctors were like, yeah, we don't know what's wrong with you. Like, looks like some kind of autoimmune disease. So I've had to like figure that out for myself. Apparently autistic burnout is really, really common in people with autism to get chronic fatigue because for them to process one day, it takes a lot more energy than a normal person. And I know I'm still saying normal person and shit, but I'm still coming to terms with it. It's a lot to process. But the thing is I actually don't think of it as a bad thing. I honestly don't. I think I actually see it as an advantage because I'm I know how you people think and then some. I have two perspectives, and I think the problem with why I'm sick is because the world's trying to force me to be like them and be something that I'm not and do this 9 to 5 bullshit that doesn't even work with my sleep schedule. Just little things like that my whole life I think finally just burnt me down, and that's why I was burnt out and shit. But I don't actually I wonder sometimes, I'm do I have a mental illness or do I just think different to you? And why am I following you? Because you're not living a life that I would be proud of. You're not happy. So, I'm taking it as a positive thing and an excuse to be different, an excuse to just go my own way in life. So yeah, that's been pretty huge to deal with. But other than that, honestly, I'm in a really, really good place. I've still got work to do when it comes to mental health. I'm still trying to get back into a normal routine where I'm not so defeated, but I'm so positive and I have so much faith, and I just believe, I believe in myself. I believe in my dreams. I believe in people. I believe in the world. I'm content, even when I'm not happy sometimes I'm content because my life is full of meaning. I know my purpose, I know my path. So I figured out the foundations. My foundations are always good for now on. So I don't know, when I talk about depression, I have people worry about me sometimes. You don't need to worry about me because my foundations are genuinely good. And I love myself too much to kill myself. That's the honest truth. So, but I still want to be honest about my mental health journey and shit. But yeah, so this is actually a big thing that I've been thinking a lot about lately, which is why I brought up all this depression and shit, is because the other day I started a new job, and I was working one of my first shifts there, and I was really depressed, and it was honestly harder to get through that shift than it was to run a marathon. So I ran a marathon when I was 23, and I was working this shift, and just what was going through my mind, I was just I can't do it. Just sit down, just go home, just quit. If you have to get rid of this job, which took me 2-3 months to find a job I actually liked. If you have to quit this job, then just so you can go home, just do it. It's okay. I had to coax myself mentally. I was it's okay, baby. You can do it. I've had to develop these voices. You can do it. I'm here. I love you. I'm so proud of you. You're doing really well. Just keep trying. And then literally for an hour on repeat in my mind, I was just going, I believe. As in I believe that I can do this. I believe that I can get through this shift. And it's when I was running the marathon, I never for a second thought about giving up. I was this is fucking shit. Why the fuck did someone draw a line in the sand and say 42 kilometers is a good distance to run? But I never thought about quitting. And so the fact that I was just I almost couldn't get through that shift, I was this is fucked. And I'm so glad that I had both to compare to, that I'd already ran a marathon so that I could compare the two, because we're always told that we're weak because we can't get through a fucking shift. But I'm telling you, we're running mental marathons out here. So anyone who's going through that, just know that it's you're doing really, really good. I know how hard it is, and it is really hard. And if you can get through this, which you can go out there and running marathons will be a piece of cake to you if you can get through this. So you can get through it, I'm telling you. So I think that's it for me and my first ebb. Thanks for listening. I feel I need to sign off or some shit, but how's this outfit?